Good evening, and welcome to another video on All Hail the Ale. It's Friday night, it's time for an alcohol-free beer. Which one is it? It is this one. It is Yardarm from JumpShip Brewing. And it is their 0.5% ABV lager offering. And it says on the can somewhere, where's it gone? Yeah, sun's over the Yardarm sailor, time to think a few lagers without getting wrecked. Yardarm lager is crisp and lively, with a discreetly bitter finish that's just hoppy enough without going overboard. Now, I love hops. It's a well-known fact. And to get a good hoppy lager, I've not had one in a long time. So hopefully this one will fit the bill. Yeah, there's not really a lot more I can tell you about it, apart from the usual ingredients are present: water, barley malt, maltodextrin, hops and yeast. And yeah, there's mention somewhere, was it on this can? Yeah, here we go. 10% of profits are donated to charity, so top marks for that little gesture right there. So cool artwork. You know, you've got the what's the word I'm looking for? Nautical theme. You know, with the flags. I won't pretend to know what they mean because I haven't really got a clue. And yeah, hopefully the beer inside is as cool as the artwork. So without further ado, we're going to pour it into my JumpShip Brewing glass, which arrived in the post tail end of last week. It's just out of the dishwasher. So the pour is pale, but not overly so. Not massively pale, nice and crisp looking. We've got a little bit left in the can. Look at that. You've got a really clean, crisp looking lager. You've got an no, it is white. It's a white head. That is relatively consistent. You've got a few larger bubbles, but on the whole, it looks nice. So it looks like a lager. Does it smell like one? Smells a little bit more promising than most alcohol-free lagers, let's be honest. Clean, crisp, ever so slightly grassy, and some citrus notes as well. I'd be keen to know what hops have been used in this. It'd be, and there's a slightly creamy, almost coconutty. No, it's more like a vanilla with a hint of that sweetness that coconut brings. It smells really good. It really does. It looks good, smells good. Let's have a taste. Cheers. Light, but not overly so. Clean, refreshing. It is sweet. And there is just a touch of tropical going on. I'm not sure what hops have been used. It's not a classic kind of Pilsner type lager, but it's really tasty. And there is just a little hint of that green, grassy vibe coming through on the back end. It's really tasty. It's actually really, really good. The more you drink it, the more the flavour develops, the more your tongue gets used to what it's experiencing, and you just notice little things that weren't there on the first sip. For example, the malt is now coming through, and it's not that stupidly sweet malt that you can get with a lot of the alcohol-free beers, and I'm really glad that it's not. It's robust enough to say, yeah, this is a proper beer. And then you get that tropical nature coming through. And when that fades away, you get that green, grassy, fresh, slightly, and I like to say, ever so slightly bitter edge. Yeah, it's really good. The finish on it, as it develops, it's not the longest finish, and I know I look for longevity in a finish, but let's be honest, it's a lager. You're not expecting a big, long, powerful finish on a lager. But it starts out, like I say, with that green hop. Then it fades into that bitterness, and I say it fades, it's quite a kind of a subtle drop off into that bitterness, and that holds on, and then it just drops off at the end into a little bit more sweetness. It's really, really well balanced. I like that. I like it a lot. So Yardarm Lager. What do I think of you? Well, before we tell you what I think of you, I'm going to tell you what Untapped think of you. Now, with JumpShip Yardarm has got 131 check-ins with an average of 3.05. Now, I noticed some of my friends have beaten me to it, and they've actually given it a much higher average score. They give it an average score of about 4.15. So, do I agree with the wisdom of crowds, or do I agree with my friends? Let's find out, shall we? We're going to judge it on the usual 5 pillars of judgment: the looks, the aroma, the body, the taste, and the finish. So, looks. Let's just top it off with the remainder of the can, and we'll rejudge on the looks. So look, we have a nice head. Look at that. It's golden clear. Some inclusions to let you know that it's not been filtered to within an inch of its life. And it's a good looking lager, whether it's alcohol free or not, and it's got enough depth of colour that it really does instill some confidence that you got something nice. So yeah, I can't knock it. I can't knock it at all. It looks like a good lager, therefore it gets the full point. Aroma. Now, lagers to me have never smelled the nicest things in the world. However, this one does smell okay. It does smell okay. It's green, fresh, hoppy, grassy. It's not got that cloyingly sweet malt on the nose. It could be stronger. That's the only criticism I can levy against it. So it's going to get the 0.75 from me. It's really good. Body. Now, a lot of alcohol-free beers, as I'm sure you'll have experienced yourself, tend to be a little bit on the thin side, whether they're lagers, pale ales, stouts, or porters, or anything in between. This one, though, being a lager, you expect it to be a little bit lighter, but it's not stupidly light at all. It's got enough oomph behind it to let you know that you're drinking a beer and not just a glass of water. So, yeah, it's good for the style. It's very good for the style, in fact. It's about right. It's on par with a regular run-of-the-mill full-fat lager with 5 or 6% of ABV included. So, yeah, I can't knock it at all. It gets a full point for the body from me. Taste is king, and Yardarm doesn't disappoint. As lagers go, they tend to be clean, light, grassy, fresh tasting. And this one's got all that, and it's just got a little bit of tropical goodness added in for good measure. So it's got a bonus, if you will. Is it perfect? As alcohol-free lagers go, I think it is. I can't fault it at all. It's going to get the full 1 point from me there as well. Now the finish, that's the last bit, as we know. I like a long bitter finish. Don't expect it on a lager. And this one isn't long, it's not overly short, it's kind of in the middle. And it's got that bitterness that kind of persists for a bit and then drops off into a bit of that sweetness that's kind of from the malt, but it's got that tropical edge to it as well. I like it a lot. It's not a lager as you know it, and it's all the better for it. I think it's going to get the full mark from me, which is 4.75, ladies and gents, which for an alcohol-free beer or even a regular beer is bloody good. And let's be honest, for the brewery's second beer that I've tried, the Flying Colours, was absolutely perfect for me. It was bitter as you like, hoppy as you like. As lagers go, this is exceptional. It's not your typical lager, be it alcohol-free, or otherwise. It's got a little bit of a Brucey bonus with that tropical edge. It's got a lovely body to it. It's got everything that I look for in an alcohol-free beer and more. So yeah, it's brilliant. So there we are, ladies and gents, boys and girls. In fact, I've inconveniently drunk too much of the beer. Oh well, I'll have to order some more. I can't show you the logo on the glassware. I wonder if it'll show if I get it there. Can you see it? No, not quite. There we go. You can just about see it. Try not to pour any out. There you go. Look at that. There it is. It's nice. I like it. You can't see it through all the head that's kind of lacing the glass quite nicely. Actually, let's be honest. I'm waffling and in danger of doing more of. So we're going to say, ladies and gents, boys and girls, Down there are some buttons. You know exactly what to do with them by now. You've got like, comment, dislike, and subscribe. Choose any combination of them as you wish, and let me know in the comments section below if you've tried Yardarm and what you thought of it. On that note, I'm going to go drink the beer, get the video uploaded for your viewing pleasure. Catch you later.